Bars Radio, and you're getting drunk with Mike and Pete on the Wort.
And we're back. What's going on, gentlemen?
Oh, nothing. That was a dope thing just now. I like that little insert that you guys had. That was sick.
That's
one of Mike's students did some
cut some promos for us.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
It sounded awesome.
Dude.
No, they sound
Pretty
legit.
cool as that.
That's legit, dude. That's legit.
The other
I mean,
one-
some people call it slave labor, and I call it...
I'm sorry, they call it what?
Sla-
I feel like you keep
We're
forgetting.
back to that. We took one break.
Exactly what I'm saying.
One break.
I didn't
5 minutes.
Exactly.
Jesus.
We're right back to the beginning. Thanks a lot, civil rights. Sorry,
You
to
ruined
work out.
everything.
Goddamn Lyndon Johnson.
All right, so boys, I just want to let you know, quite some time ago, we opened a beer here, and I just want to speak about it really quick. This is the adventures of Troutman and Oyster Boy Down Under. It's a collaboration between the Oyster Bay Brewing Company and the Kings County Brewing Collective. That's KCBC. You can find both of them on Instagram at Oyster Bay Brewing and at KCBC Beer. Check them out. Look at what's going on in and around Long Island and the local area. We do love to promote our local breweries, even if there are 45 minutes away in traffic.
That was very, very pointed and specific.
Oyster Bay does make some good stuff. They have that.
Oh, yeah, they're easier
Well, plus,
to get
look
to.
at that. I mean, like, real quick, just check this out. I'm sorry, check this out real quick.
Yeah.
I like this can.
Yeah.
Like, the artwork on the can is
Yeah,
really,
it's
really
very
sick.
I was saying
Yeah, the whole artwork thing. That's
the
why I came
artwork
back to
is
it. That's
just
reminded me of it.
fantastic, man.
Yeah.
Some of the leading artwork in the world of artistry is coming on beer labels.
And they look ridiculously sick. Like this
Yeah.
one.
Great South Bay has some cool artwork.
And again, it's all a marketing thing, but it looks phenomenal.
Yeah, and I appreciate it, honestly. It makes me interested enough to be like, you know what?
And if you looked on our Instagram and you see some of the things we have, the Hudson River Brewing. Have you seen that yet?
No.
It's so unique and distinct. Other half, so unique and distinct. Finback. You see
Yeah,
it,
Finback, yeah,
and you
Finback,
know
definitely.
who wrote it and who
Absolutely.
did it, and then you know what brewery it is without ever having to leave the small tiny print that's sitting there up in the top of the Finback label.
But what,
Um,
like, I'm
get-
sorry, no, I was gonna say.
No, I was gonna go, but you say so.
Well, no, I mean, like, well, the funny thing about that is that, like, I feel like the more like unique the artwork is, the easier it is, like you said before, to stand out. So, like, if I'm walking through one of the beer distributors and I see that particular label, I'm like, even if it wasn't like,
I'm telling you, it's not a marketing ploy because I don't want to make it sound negative, but it's part of what a brewery is today. Is now the artwork. The artwork is part of who they are. It's not just about the beer, believe it or not.
I feel like hipsters.
It's a small point.
I feel like hipsters have to be running breweries now because there's way too many like hipster-esque.
They
They are, right? Everything is so hipster.
But good for them.
Yes,
But absolutely
they figured
good
their
for them.
avenue.
They
Yeah, 'cause
figured
I'm
it out.
like, I'm looking at this shit right here. I'm like, wait a minute. Okay, there's a kangaroo for no reason on the case, but I'm still into it. The Adventures of Troutman and Oyster Boy. That's some weird non sequitur. Like I get it. I totally am all on board with it.
It's a concept, I would assume, between the two brewery, the
Yeah.
people that put it together.
Yeah.
Because either they went to KC or they went to Oyster. I have a feeling they went to Oyster and did it because Oyster's on the top. And I haven't actually seen it out there. It's an Indian Pale Lager, an IPL, as
I haven't
they say.
had an IPL before.
And it's a
I hate
hoppy
those.
lager.
What's the one that we have at the job? I'm sorry, what we have at our job. Not to like go back.
It
at
was
this.
at that blonde?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I
The
hated
flying,
that one. The flying Belgian, flying Dutchman.
And they're a local brewery.
Flying Belgian.
No,
Oh, Flying Belgian. Flying Belgian. Yeah,
They're a
yeah.
local brewery that brews
Flying
out of
Dutchman.
lithology.
Are they?
They brew out of lithology.
They do brew there.
Yes, they do. Because
I
I
wasn't
looked up
feeling
what
that
their
one.
tasting room is, and it blatantly said...
It's right across the street.
Well,
Walk
right
outside.
across the street from
Walk
where I work.
outside, dumbass. Like, oh, okay.
I forgot.
I know they do. Lithology does some guest taps. For,
Yeah, but
was it
they
Flying
actually... I
Belgian
think
and
they
someone
actually
else,
brew
too.
out of there. I don't
Some
know.
Frog, Leaping Frog.
Tweaking Frog.
Tweaking Frog. There
Tweaking
was,
Frog's
they had
out
a-
east.
Lithology
Okay,
had a.
this is
had
definitely a
post-
hipster thing at this point. Because
Well, I'm
these
just
names,
saying,
these
we
names
know our
absurd.
breweries, but neither one of us are... I would consider
they had-
myself not a hipster.
Lithology had a post.
You're wearing.
that
look,
was
look at your
on
hat.
tap.
My hat is not all that hipster.
That is hipstery.
It's
No,
hipster.
it's-
Thank you.
it's-
Pete, yes, it is hipster, bro. It's
Yeah.
hipster as hell.
What if I did... What if I put it...
Oh
this
God,
way?
that's
not
not
making-
us. '90s. No, that's
worse.
'90s.
That's 90s punk.
Way worse.
I'm telling you.
Way
Turn
worse.
it
No,
back.
I'm not going to
Turn
put
it
it backwards.
Turn it back. There you go.
But I mean, with the pins and everything, I
yes.
wouldn't say I'm hipster. I got freaking a Blink-182 button on the back of my hat.
That's okay. Well, that's hipster.
That's not
now.
hipster.
I'm
No,
sorry, Mike.
no
O'Toole,
way.
I love you still, but don't worry. Don't worry. How skinny are your jeans, by the way, bro?
No, not at all. Can't do it. If they brought back Jenkos, I'd wear them.
I want to wear parachute pants, so I'm right
Yeah,
here with
I
you.
don't know why.
Jenkos?
The later
Was that
UFO pants.
exactly. Oh, the hammer pants you mean?
Yeah, I wear right to the hammer
yeah.
pants. That's
Jesus.
cool.
All right.
No, those are joggers. That's what joggers are now.
That's what I'm actually wearing.
There you go.
jogger
See?
pants.
Now I wouldn't consider myself a hipster anymore. Now,
I know I'm a hipster. That's why I hate myself.
Oh, fair enough. And that's fine as long as it's you hating yourself.
Exactly. I know I'm the worst.
So, Mike, what do you think about the beer, the Indian Pale Lager we're drinking?
Okay, sorry. Just can I point out real quick?
Yeah.
My mother's listening. My brother just. Can I just say it real quick? My mother just said, "Hey, mom, listening. Careful with the cursing." Sorry, mother. Sorry. Caught up in the moment.
That's why I don't tell my parents.
Absolutely.
They'd be very proud that I host my own show.
Yeah.
No.
But I do not want them to hear what comes out of my mouth
Well,
when I'm drinking beer.
I told my mom I was doing a podcast. I did not tell her how to
No,
listen.
look at our website.
I know. Well, I'm sorry. All right, we're a very tight family. I know.
No,
it's
listen,
horrible.
I don't blame you.
It's
You're
terrible.
a guest. You're welcome. I'm probably the
Yes.
one, and Pete's probably the one that are doing most of the cursing. So we
That's right.
apologize.
Mother, you hear that?
Mommy Sims.
Okay, I also told because she just started listening.
Yeah.
Yeah, I told him that I call you mommy, by the way. So I mean, that's why
Very
I call you
odd.
mommy Sims. Yeah. Okay. All right. Whatever. All right. Let's move past it. Let's move back to
I'm
this
judging.
beer.
I'm sorry. I'm
no,
getting judged.
All right.
The beer is delicious, is it
Exactly.
not?
No, it is.
Beer's
Yeah,
very
it is.
good.
It is.
I like it a lot,
And
actually.
prior to that, we're greasing ourselves up with a little antifreeze from Greenport Brewery out in Greenport, New York, all the way out east. The
40-minute
antifreeze
drive.
is their winter lager, and it
good.
was
Very
absolutely
good
delicious.
stuff. Yeah, I liked it a lot.
We'll take some Instagram pictures later of all the beer we consumed tonight, and you can take a look at what we did, and that's good stuff. And we do have our second guest. I was going to say first, wasn't I? The F started coming
Is that
out.
what that was? I just
Maybe I was going to say my fucking guest.
God, come
And
on, bro.
I'm greasing. Sorry, Mama Sims.
It's all right.
I'm greasing the wheels because I don't want Ashley to feel bad that she's going to curse in front of your mom.
It's okay. No, it's fine. It's fine. As long as it's not me, it's cool. Don't worry. It's good.
But Ashley, you're here with Mike and Pete on the Wort. How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Doing great, Ashley. Thanks a lot for calling. We really appreciate it. And let me just tell you how this all came about, just like Mike talked about how it all started with him and coming in tonight.
Didn't know I was going to be working here, but okay.
It's a very short story. I went on Instagram. I found someone who knew something about beer somewhere else from here, and I reached out to them. And then that's how she got in touch with me and wrote me back. And I
love a
asked her
cute
to be
meat
on the
story.
show.
I love a cute
And she
meat
said
story.
yes. And I was like, oh, that's awesome. Thanks. I really appreciate you calling in today and talking to us about beer. We know that you love beer, and specifically very small craft beers down there in Florida. Ashley, are you drinking right now?
I am.
And what are you
There we go. There we go.
What a typical radio response. Yeah, I don't have a horn that I can play for you.
So that's why I clapped.
ringtone horn. So maybe just the machine gun will do. There you go.
Very cheesy.
That works as well.
Very cheesy.
Mike, you should be used to that growing up in the hard streets
That's right.
of Amityville.
Seriously. You have no idea. Rainbow Lane was dangerous. I barely made it out in my life. Barely. Still fighting the streets.
Ashley, what are you drinking tonight?
Well, I got this care package beer mail thing from Evans Brewing, and they sent me their Kroppen IPA. It's spelled Kropen.
Wait,
And is that the
It's really
brewery
good,
name or is
though.
that the beer name?
That's the beer name, but the brewery that makes it is Evans Brewing.
wait, they sent you an entire were there different varieties in there too, or was it just like the one kind of beer itself?
Just the one beer.
How many did they send you?
Just one.
Oh.
They sent you one beer in a package?
I mean, I'm not complaining.
No. I was impressed. I was like, how can I sign up for this too? I want
Free beer is
I want to
the
be
best
downstairs.
beer.
I want to be down. Like some people have all the luck. My gosh.
Are they local to you, Ashley? Are they down in Florida?
No, they're actually out of California.
Oh,
Wow. How'd you pull
From
that one
very
off?
far away.
Yeah.
because
I
she has
don't know. They
thousands
just
of followers on
wanted to send it to
Instagram.
me.
Oh,
And
so she has
was like,
clout.
okay.
So they're like, she has clout.
Yes, she appears to have some clout.
Nice.
Good for you.
So is this what you normally do? You just basically just try different craft beers from all across America, and they just kind of give you samples so you can comment on it. Like this one's good, this one's a pass, this one's a fail.
Well, not really. I've had a few people send me beer, like they're the only one, and then, well, not the only one, but what's it called? Barntown Brewing out of Iowa. They've sent me a couple of crowlers too, but
Oh, they send you growlers.
most
No, crowlers.
Growlers.
Crowlers.
Oh,
Can.
Crowlers.
okay.
Sorry.
Okay.
Crowlers
Crowlers
with
with
I
a-
was like growlers.
I know.
was
Mike
like,
knows what it is, but he's just like,
Yeah.
wait, growlers?
I was
They're
like, wait a
sending
minute. I'm like,
glass in the mail?
Seriously? How is that even possible? But wow. Okay, so they send you crowlers. Okay, cool. So go on. You were saying?
Oh, I don't really get a lot of beer from a lot of people, and I don't do like trades or anything, but I do drink a lot of local beer.
So what's your favorite
Proud of
brewery
you.
down there in Orlando? Because I'm planning eventually in the next, let's say, 5 years to go to Disney World again.
That's a huge gap.
And I'm looking for possibly a 6-hour window where I can have an Uber take me somewhere to get hammered and drive me back to the resort.
I feel like the whole preamble was really weird. Like, it's just like, just say, what kind of breweries are cool? You're
Yeah.
like, I want a 6-hour window.
Yeah.
Like,
If I had a 6-hour window,
where's the closest brewery to a Disney World?
and I was sick of Mickey Mouse looking at me funny.
I'm running from my kids. Where can I go to?
When I'm tired of my kids constantly saying, "Where's Elsa? Where's Elsa? Where's Elsa? Where's Elsa?" I need a break before I murder my entire family on a resort.
Like, so use that as a barometer. And
Yeah.
so where is the area?
So let me ask you a question. We'll start with how close do you live to the beautiful place called Disney World?
I live 5 minutes away.
Okay.
Were you live 5 minutes away?
No, 45.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. So
Cool.
so you're
I feel like
within
that's close
striking
enough.
distance of a
Yeah.
decent time, and then so around you, what type of brewery can we find somewhere around that Orlando area within a half an hour? Like I said, I got 6 hours. I'm going to cut into an Uber with about an hour of to and from, so I got about 4 hours left to get hammered. I'm just doing the math real quick.
You're
Just
getting
doing
this
the
down
math.
to the wire, like down to the minute. I need to know exactly
Yeah,
how long.
Well, there are these that are close-ish to Disney or outlying areas, but I mean, the good brewery you want to go to near me.
We didn't catch it. The phone is cutting out.
Yeah,
in and
it's
out.
cutting in and out.
I'm
I'm
not sure if
sorry.
it's a
Uh-oh.
bad connection or maybe it's our side, but just you can go back to where you would go if you were you.
Well, she is her.
I know, but I mean, let's say if she was her now
With your situation.
with my situation,
There you
correct.
go. Okay.
Attach that to that. Go ahead.
Can you guys hear me now?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah,
much clear.
Thank you.
Okay. I would go. Man, if you only have 6 hours, that sucks.
No, 4 hours. We cut off like 2 for
Yeah, well, there's travel
for
time.
There's like
True,
this,
true.
there's the
Okay.
Uber getting lost and then canceling. There's a lot of stuff going on in between.
Because he doesn't own a GPS that has
No.
Waze on it, and he's going, my friend, where am I taking you? I'm like, I don't know. I told you where to go. You're supposed to pop that into Waze and tell me where to go.
You're looking out in the window like confused. Yeah, so lose
Right.
that as a barometer now.
Okay, well then, I would go to Crooked Can in Winter Garden, which I've never been to, and I would be jealous if you went because I haven't been there.
Now
But,
I want to go just to make you jealous. I'm going to go and take a picture and send it to you. Like, guess where I am?
What are they?
Nanny, nanny,
brew?
boo, boo.
What's their specialty, Ashley? What do they brew that's good?
I mean, they have a lot. I've only had the stuff that they actually distribute, but I really like the high stepper. It's a Hefeweizen, and it's really good. It's
Nice.
I love
light
it.
beer, very drink.
Yeah, but Pete really loves a Hefeweizen.
I do.
Yeah.
Big Hogarten.
If they
fan.
do it well,
Hogarten.
yeah. Hohengarten.
Hogarten, wow.
Gartenhosen.
Ugh.
Love that.
When people order it, I just yell Rookie of the Year lines. That's what I do.
Rookie of the year from the
Gartenhosen.
90s?
Get out there.
Rookie of the year from the 90s?
Yeah.
The kid with the broken arm?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Funky butt loving.
I'm right there with you.
I'm just saying, like
We
every time,
high-fived in studio.
Can I get a Hogarten? I go, Gartenhosen. Let's get it.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
So
okay.
they like the Hefeweizen. What else is their specialty, or what's their yearlies versus what's their small batch and seasonals?
Well, I don't even know because, like I said, I haven't been there, but I can tell you more about, like, Hourglass, which is my favorite.
Now, how far is Hourglass?
You've been
from where
there,
you
but
are?
you've been there, right? To Hourglass?
Yeah, she said
Oh,
she
I've
has
been there.
Yeah.
Okay.
A lot.
Oh, wow. That means I'm there every day.
I'm a regular.
Exactly.
Just
I'm
about.
an alcoholic.
They call me on beer reviews
Exactly.
when I walk in
Not
the
an
door.
alcoholic.
No,
Hold
it's
on.
okay. No, I'm kidding. I'm
Oh, we're all
kidding.
practicing.
Yeah, we all are. We're trying. We're aspiring. Aspiring comic, aspiring alcoholic. Same thing.
Yeah,
Doesn't
right.
matter.
Same day.
Same thing. Go ahead. You're saying?
Oh no, Hourglass is one of my favorites, but they're north of Orlando and well north of Disney, so they're probably at least 45 minutes away too.
All right. Well, I could cut into some travel time if I'm going to enjoy a good brewery. So, what was the brewery again?
Hourglass?
Hourglass. All right, cool. And is there a
Hourglass
town to
Brewing
it, or
in
is it
Longwood.
still in the Orlando area?
I'm sorry?
Is there a town associated with the brewery, or is it still
Oh,
in the Orlando area?
It's in Longwood.
All right, so anyone down in the Florida area that might be listening to us, Longwood Hourglass Brewing, highly recommended by Ashley.
Yes.
Yes.
Ashley, were you listening earlier when we had Mike from the Northeast?
I got a little bit of
That means
them.
no.
I
That
was
means no.
kind
That
of
means
in
no.
the middle of
I'm
fixing
cutting you off,
the
Ashley. That
internet,
means no.
so-
She's trying to be
It's
nice.
all right.
She's like, I was kind of busy blow drying my hair. I didn't realize. Ashley, it's okay. Don't worry. You didn't miss anything. It's fine.
That's Mike Sims, not part of the Mike and Pete show.
I'm not sorry. I'm a guest
today. In case you missed the front end of the whole entire podcast.
Sorry, Ashley, you are a fantastic girl. I'm just here to make jokes and comment on beers that I actually
Yes, he's our color commentator.
That's right. Colored commentator.
I didn't say that.
Yes, you did. You just said you
colored.
just said colored.
I didn't say colored.
You just said colored
Come
commentator.
on.
Oh, Ashley, I'm black. In case you didn't realize, so Mike just pointed it out for some reason for everybody. On
Just
Instagram.
so you know, there's people commenting on our page saying not black, not black, not black.
I
No,
swear I'm
for
black.
real. I tried to listen, but I was having issues with my computer, and I was like not understanding why it wasn't working. But then I finally got it to work, and then by the time it was working, the guy was like gone.
No, that's fine. No
Honestly,
worries.
next time what you should do is you should try to take your computer, pick it up, throw it in the garbage, and use an iPad like the rest of America. Because why you still
iPad?
use a computer?
No, I have that
Hey,
laptop
it's a
on my.
MacBook.
Oh, it's a MacBook. Whoa. Shout out to 2001. That's cool.
There's a MacBook right next to you.
Yeah, exactly. I'm still just unimpressed
I
with this
can't
too.
run everything I have to run and do what I have to do.
Yeah,
Listen,
okay.
iOS sucks. By the way, Ashley, thank you for saying all that. You're having trouble with the feed. We are having trouble with the feed.
We are having trouble with the
We
feed.
had to put the link underneath the banner. I had to embed the freaking link into the page today.
I'm literally
and I know nothing about websites. Like, I spent hours reading how to copy code into a freaking website just to get the link in there
everything,
so everyone can hear it. And you know what? Couldn't do it on an iPad. Couldn't do it on an iPhone. Had to do it on the laptop.
Oh, excuse me then.
Boom.
My apologies.
iOS 11 didn't work, and that's where it all
I'm
stemmed from.
so sorry.
Do you have an iPhone?
I have an iPhone 6 Plus.
Right, so you have iOS 11 at this point.
I don't know.
I would
update it
imagine
anymore.
you do. You're savvy enough to update your phone every so often, right?
Not really, honestly. Only by accident. Like if I need to do it to I don't know, download video games or
Right.
just kind of block
Download video games. and
That's really it.
Spend my days in that.
That's really it. I try to think something else, but no. I mean, it's not that I think it's funny that people still use laptops because of the fact that they're so obsolete. So when I see one of these, it's like, oh, that's cute. Oh, you still got a
Look
laptop.
at all the connections it has and
Exactly.
things I needed to do,
really.
like external hard drives
processing
and
power.
full processing
okay.
power.
I get it. Wow.
Not to freeze.
So the
Screen I don't have to
so the
squint
colored
at.
commentator shouldn't say anything.
colored.
Sorry, I won't say anything anymore. You know what? Turn my mic off. It's fine.
All
I won't
right.
say
So Ashley, if I only
back to
had
beer.
if I only had 2 hours outside of Disney World, where's the closest brewery to Disney? Because I'm actually very interested in that. What's the
Yeah.
closest brewery that you know of that's near Disney?
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
though.
Well, I don't mind even if it's bad because the only thing I can enjoy at the resort is basic beer. They don't have craft beers that sell to the Disney
Okay.
name and brand.
Got you.
So do you know
Well,
anything?
the only ones that I know of are the Crooked Can one in Winter Garden, which is kind of in that area. And then if you go downtown, to real Orlando, away from Disney World, because Disney is actually kind of in Kissimmee.
Okay.
But if you go downtown, there is a brewery down there.
You know, we pronounce it up here Kissimmee.
Yes, we do.
That's not how it's pronounced.
We also
I know it's
You guys are
Kissimmee.
doing it wrong.
I know. I know.
We also don't care
We're
enough
dumb
to say it
Long
the right way.
Islanders.
Exactly. We don't care enough to say it the right way.
Goddamn
Kissimmee.
Yankees.
It's not Boston. It's Boston.
It's Boston.
Boston. That's how we say it. All right. So Crooked Can and the Winter Garden.
Yes.
Cool. Is that from the House of Stark? Not a
No.
not a Game of Thrones fan.
I thought Tony when you
No,
said that.
I
So
love
Oh, did you?
I did.
You
I
thought
thought
Tony Stark?
I'm sorry.
immediately? No, it's fine. I love the Avengers
I
too.
don't watch Game of Thrones, honestly.
All right, that's fine.
I'm an
We're not
adult.
going
Oh
to
my
go.
God, what's wrong with you?
Yeah,
Whoa.
he's black. Have you seen him? He's black. He doesn't
Seriously,
watch
go on
it.
Instagram. Actually, I
fired.
just met you.
Can you
Seriously.
imagine the black man at the water cooler talking Game of
Game of
Thrones?
Thrones?
They'd be
No,
like,
that
"Give me
shit
your
was
black card. Give me the black card back." You
My Ned Stark got his head cut on. That shit was up.
Oh, God, another N-bomb.
Oh, sorry.
It's all right. I can edit it.
Mother,
later.
I'm sorry. My
Yeah.
apologies again. My mother's listening, Ashley, so I got to be very
Man,
careful.
y'all are missing out if you're not you're not watching Game of Thrones.
I
Great
can't
show.
get into. I can't get into it. I don't know. You know what? I'm also Ash. I'm also very counterculture because I was raised punk rock and emo. So I don't really. Whenever somebody likes something and they tell me to watch it, I instantly hate it and never watch it ever. Avatar, Titanic, I hate now.
It's like every person in America has seen Titanic. He's like, "No, not me.
Nope, not watching it.
No,
Avatar.
retract that. Retract that. I'm calling CNN
Mike
tomorrow."
Didn't see it. Mike didn't see it. The one guy who hasn't seen Avatar is me. There you go. Just so
Great
you know.
movie, too.
What's up?
It was a good movie, too.
Yeah.
No, it
Avatar.
wasn't. No, it was not. No, stop it. You sound like my sister. Get out of here.
It was all right.
No, it was
Storyline
probably
was
terrible.
all right.
No, Ashley, you liked Avatar?
I barely watched it.
Thank you. Okay, now you're back on my radar, Ashley. Thank you. You get a round of applause from Mike, which means
Look
a lot.
out for
Tell your
for
friends.
Thank you,
at
thank
Mike
you.
Sims Comic on Instagram soon enough. It's not really his handle, but it will be. Or right now, someone's
is
listening
now.
to it and taking it from you.
Could you
So that's it. You don't
have
get
to buy it?
have it.
have to buy
You
it
have to buy it back from him.
later.
You're
You're
done.
gonna steal my name aside. Oh, I had a question though, Ashley. So you basically like you review craft beers, all this good stuff, and everything like that. Is there any particular beer, like honestly, what's the worst craft beer you've ever tried? Like legit. I mean, I'm sure that you'll be fine saying it out loud on the air. They won't care. I just want to know what the nastiest one you ever tasted was.
We're not looking for him for sponsorship, so.
Yeah, so there you go. And don't say Bud Light or Budweiser.
That's not correct.
Oh, no. I still drink that. And
Yes,
I don't care
Ashley,
if you
there
hate
you
me or
go.
not.
Okay, round of applause again, Ashley. 'Cause- Thank you. People they frown upon me when I do that. When I show up to a party with Bud Light, they're like, "Really, Mike?" It's like,
No, well, I mean, I'm not showing up with Barrier, but I'm showing up with maybe Heineken, Corona, maybe a Goose.
okay,
maybe.
stop bragging, Mike. Stop bragging.
I'm
We
just
don't-
saying.
Do you think I have money for Heineken Goose? You out of your mind?
I didn't know it was an economic thing.
It is an economic thing.
I don't really think
I'm
so.
You
coming
gotta
in-
drink what's available to you.
There you
That's a
go.
good
Thank
point.
you, Ash. So, what's the nastiest craft beer you ever tried?
I actually posted about it a long time ago when I first started. It's Swamp Ape by Florida Beer.
That sounds
That
terrible.
sounds gross. Like the name is horrible.
How about some swamp
The
ash?
name
Like some
is very-
swamp ash beer?
I was
For
just
the beer.
thinking that. I'm sorry.
also
Say again,
sounds-
Ash. Sorry, what'd you say? Sorry,
I
Ash.
said the name is very fitting for the beer.
Yeah, like, well, that's
It
what
sounds
Mike.
like a racial slur.
Yeah.
I thought the same thing. I was like, you just call me Swamp Ape. Your eyes just call me Swamp Ape.
Yeah.
Sounds terrible.
Sounds fishy.
Swamp
What
ass
are you
beer.
drinking
Yeah,
lately that you
it
do?
kind of tasted like mud, so that's why I say the name is very fitting.
Okay, I'm confused. How often have you drank mud, Ashley? That's the real.
What's
I
the
mean,
basis?
I've definitely lived and like walked in it, so I
love
know
it.
exactly
I love it.
She
how
knows
it
the
smells
smell.
to taste,
She's real
'cause I've
Southern.
fallen in it.
She's real. I love it. Okay, no, another question, real quick. Sorry, I'm dominating real quick. Sorry, Ashley, do you watch Floribama?
No,
Oh, really? Why not?
Good for you.
Oh,
I don't have
whatever, Pete.
cable.
So much more
She's just
respect for
rose
I'm sorry,
above.
what?
She rose above. That's all you need to
Hold
know.
on, wait. I'm sorry. You said what? You don't have cable?
No, I don't. I actually just watch Netflix. I have a Roku, so I just
Oh,
There you go.
so you're like everybody
watch
else in
the apps
2018.
and that's it.
So you're like everybody else in the world in 2018. Okay, so you're fine. I'm sorry. I still watch Floribama. I thought you'd have some insight into the show or know somebody in the show, but I guess never mind. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
No, not me.
Ashley,
you have
we did want to tell you congratulations on the wedding. We know you got engaged.
Oh, nice.
Congratulations.
Mazel tov. There you go.
Good for you.
I just
nice.
want to.
Well, actually, I'm not getting married until November, but I mean, I got engaged. So.
I was going to
Well,
say
no,
the
that's
engagement,
awesome.
but
Yeah,
the
congratulations.
wedding is going to happen, so that's where I was
Yeah,
going with it.
congratulations.
But that's awesome. Congratulations. And he's from down there?
Yeah, he's from Orlando, and he actually proposed to me at a Solar Bears game.
Really?
A what game?
Polar Bears.
It's a
Hockey.
local hockey team.
Hockey.
Okay.
How did you know that?
Yeah,
I'm
really.
taking
How
your
did-
black card.
Because- whoa,
You're
whoa.
done. How do you
black
know
guy
a
knew about
minor
the
league
Joke's on
hockey
you.
team?
Joke's on you. My black card has bad credit, so good luck taking it. Good luck taking it.
ain't gonna get anywhere
Exactly.
else?
Good luck taking it. Identity theft? Yeah, right. I see
Oh,
that.
okay.
Like, no, I knew that because I used to be really into like hockey, and like one of the players from the Polar Bears ended up on the Bruins for a little bit.
Oh, okay,
Years
so
ago. Yeah.
He was
So-
a Boston.
Yeah, Boston Bruins player for a little bit, but he
That's
he
cool.
came from Florida, which is really weird.
Yeah, they've become a little bit of a feeder team.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I used to be majorly into hockey when I was younger because of the Mighty Ducks, because I'm an adult who was raised in the 90s. So
So that's it. So Emilio Estevez is your.
he's if I can get coached by Emilio Estevez before I die, I will die a happy man.
Did you watch Joshua Jackson grow up from Little Mighty Duck to Dawson's Creek
Okay, first of all, everyone
to
did.
the Skulls?
Yes.
Oh, Skulls. I saw that.
Skulls.
Thank you. Thank
and
you.
what was his most recent? Oh, he's on like major television networks
Is he?
now. Yeah, he does. What's the show that's on HBO? It was after either The Rock show. Which
Oh,
was,
Ballers.
It was either after that, and it wasn't called Divorce. That's the Jessica Sarah
Yeah.
Parker thing.
Was it Crashing? No, not Crashing.
No, it's not Crashing, which I love, by the way. We'll talk about that later.
I love that show too. I love
that
that
was a good
show.
show.
That
Jeez,
show's
what
awesome.
Yeah,
the
let's
hell?
talk about beer.
Okay,
Oh,
yes.
sorry.
I'm trying to get him back on track.
Sorry, actually, I'm so sorry.
I'm looking at him pointing. I'm like, all right, come back.
I'm sorry.
We're going down the
All
whole
right,
of
I
HBO.
got a beer related question.
There you go. Sorry, Ashley. I'm so sorry.
So,
I'm
so
color
you
commentator.
mentioned like Game of Thrones. Do you get a brewery Omegang down there?
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
Do you get brewery Omegang down in Florida?
We do, actually.
Have you had any of their Game of Thrones beers?
With this
Oh, what was the one I just had? Winter is
Coming? Winter's
or
coming?
Winter's here.
Winter's coming.
here.
Does that sound
Yes.
familiar?
Winter's here.
I saw that on the shelf today.
Awesome.
Did not buy it, which I'm regretting now.
I've
but
bought every single one that's come out.
some of them are the Dark Saison. Was,
They come in bottles like our
yeah,
triple
no,
came
yep.
in
People
tonight.
love
They
this
came
this
in,
much, really?
yeah.
Game of
Absolutely.
Thrones?
Well,
Oh, yeah.
So Brewery Omegang, they're based in
see
Cooperstown.
yeah.
Okay.
By the Baseball Hall of Fame.
I was going to say, yeah.
They have a deal with HBO, so every season there's a beer that matches
Whatever
matches the
is
series.
moving.
Yeah, so there's
I
a
forget what the
stout.
original
I'm gonna look
one
it up.
was. He'll look it up.
There's,
But it's
Fire
a
and
series,
Ice.
so every time
Okay.
we either come close to the premiere or
There's a
the
new beer
season
release
finale,
that
there's a beer
coincides.
release that coincides. Correct.
I mean, I know Game of Thrones stuff just based on being a human being who's alive in America, but I just don't I can't get into it.
Yeah, no, I hear you.
Yeah.
I watched the first
Oh, that's
two
right. There was,
seasons and I lost track. And I came back at the fifth season, but then had to go backwards. And then I was able to watch it. And I think this is a really good piece of advice for people. That if you miss a couple of series, just wait to the end, go back and watch
the whole
it
thing.
in one
That's
shot.
what I do, yeah.
Holy crap!
Honestly.
You get
Agreed.
so deep
Thank you,
into
Ash.
it. You
Yeah.
binge watch
Yeah.
the entire series or the entire season, and it's awesome.
Because I hate waiting for like the next episode.
Oh, it's the
Yeah,
worst
yeah.
feeling in the world.
That's why.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what I want to do with Sons of Anarchy. Sorry, Ash. No, we're getting off topic. My
Again,
apologies.
which they have a beer for that too.
Are you serious?
Yes, there is
Yeah,
a
the
Sons of Anarchy beer.
What
That's
I
hilarious.
got to look it up again. I don't have my
That's
phone close
crazy.
because it's on Instagram Live. But yes, they have a Sons of Anarchy beer, and I forget. It's definitely somewhere down south, somewhere in Alabama or Georgia, or something like that.
That's
I'm not
crazy.
saying that's where it's set. I'm just saying that's where they
That's not where
down
it's
there.
at.
Do you get any of those Alabama and Georgia beers down there?
I was gonna ask that, too.
Because they really do have a great scene.
I don't know. I kind of just go to ABC or whatever, and then whatever they have, I just pick out.
Is ABC distributor, like a beer store?
ABC Liquors, it's a liquor store.
Okay, yeah, we
but they
don't-
have really good craft beer.
In the middle of the East Coast, they call it Packies. So I guess down there they call it ABCs. Up here we just call them beer distributors, and
Yeah,
then we have
beer.
separate liquor stores. We have to keep them separate. We can't sell liquor and beer in the same
Yeah.
spot.
Wait, Ash. A question.
Oh, that is weird.
Yeah.
Have you ever? Like, do you
Only
know
here.
any like Long Island like beers at all? Like any kind of Long Island brews? Did they ever like send anything to you to like try out or anything like that?
I don't think I have, actually,
No?
and it makes me really sad.
No, because
There's
they're
a-
awesome out here. Seriously, there's a lot of
There's,
really good breweries on Long Island.
Well,
There-
right now, just to let you guys know, we're drinking Barrier Brewing Company's. It's called Sweet, SUITE. It's a New England style IPA. It's 7.3, I believe.
Hence the haze, right?
Hence the haze, obviously. And we love a little haziness and some juiciness. Ashley, what's your favorite beer?
That is such a hard question.
I know.
No,
Because
no.
it really depends on the moment. So at this very moment, if you could have any beer in front of you, what do you think it would be?
Say Bud Light so I can laugh. so I can laugh hysterically.
Probably a local beer by Ellipsis Brewing, and that is the Who's Elvis, and it's a peanut butter banana brown ale.
That sounds dope.
I
does
feel
sound
like
good.
having that with my
Seriously.
warm cookie.
Yeah.
Like I want a nice hot
Sounds like something
skillet
you have
warm
on an ice
cookie
cream sundae.
Like,
and put that beer with it.
with your feety pajamas on, guys. Calm
Yes.
down, Jesus.
Oh, it's so
Yes.
good.
That
a little
sounds
cutout in
awesome.
the back so people can spank my bum.
That sounds
Qualify that
awesome.
as a
By the
dessert
way,
Yes.
Yes.
it's right by Orlando International Airport, so I don't know exactly how far away that is from Disney. Probably like half an hour, but definitely go check that place out.
All right, ABC?
Was that the 4-hour
No,
thing
no,
we're still
no,
talking about? 'Cause we never actually.
No, the
Oh, the
Ellipsis
brewery.
Brewing.
Yeah, okay.
Ellipsis Brewing?
Ellipsis Brewing, okay.
Yeah, they just opened up, and they have really great beers. They have a couple of really good New England IPAs, too, that I love.
Oh,
Oh, nice.
See, the New England hazies have been
that
kind
seems
of
to be the
sweeping
style
across
du
the
jour.
country. You said they reached Minnesota.
Yep.
And they're starting
New
I
England
think
ones?
California. So I think like California on the West Coast.
Yeah, you got the West Coast
and East Coast, and it's
IPAs.
coming inward to the middle of the country because we all have some mutual friends out in Minnesota.
I don't.
And not you, Mike. You'd be like a sore thumb, like in Maine.
Oh,
Yeah.
so we're back
Yeah.
to the black thing.
Oh,
again.
I'm just saying.
Sorry, Ashley. I'm
You
sorry.
said, well, I'm
we
not.
cannot
That's
let
all right.
that
Here
go.
we go
Because
again.
the colored commentator can't say anything.
So anyway, the Minnesota beers are starting to pick up on it. I feel like it's traveling throughout the country and waving through.
Minnesota?
And we do like New England hazies. Some of the first people to do that was Treehouse and Trillium and those guys up there. Have you had any of those?
No, and I really want some.
You can.
So we might be able to set up a three-way here, and that sounds sexy, but
That was.
our correspondent
does
Mike
sound a
from
little
Boston.
sexual.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. Our correspondent
No,
Mike
no,
from
no,
Boston.
no. I'm here for
Was.
I'm here for the exact reason. That's my turn to talking real quick. So we'll set up this three-way. This three-way is going down.
Yep.
Make sure it's okay with your husband, your fiance. yeah. I'm going right for it. I'm going back.
Fiance.
I'm sorry, fiance.
Yeah.
My apologies. So it's still okay then.
Yeah,
I'm
it's fine.
barreling right through this. Make
You're
sure
the only single person in here, so.
Yes, well, not really, actually.
All right, well.
Like, let's keep going.
All right, anyway.
Shout out to
So,
Jamie.
listen,
Sorry,
we can
back
set
to
this
you.
up where we can have Mike transfer to you, you transfer to us. We'll get you some Long Island. We'll do a big, swap, and I think that would work out very well. You could have some. He lives right by Trillium. He lives in Canton. And then he's probably like 45 minutes away from probably Treehouse, and he's picked up from there before. We have some great breweries here, man. We
It's
really
almost
do.
like
You can get there is. I was
Did
in
I get sexy
Orlando
again?
last June. There is.
Sexy again?
You can get Blue Point down in.
Yes,
down in
they're distributing nationally, I believe, at this point because of the Budweiser. Yeah.
Have you heard of Blue Point Brewing, Ashley?
Yes, I have. I think I had the blueberry beer that comes out in the summer.
Yes.
I forget what it's
Oh,
called.
that's a good one.
Blueberry-
That's a good
blueberry
one.
ale.
That's awesome. Yes.
Blueberry
that's a good
ale is
one.
very good, but the Toasted
Yeah.
Lager is
Is solid.
top 5 favorite beers for
Yeah.
me.
Yeah, I mean,
Really?
it ranks
That's
up
like-
there
that's
with
super
Sam.
popular. Yeah, it's super
fantastic.
popular.
It's like
weird.
Sam is in Boston. It's Blue Point.
Yeah.
That's what's here.
It's
Yeah,
like,
seriously, because everyone's that and Lagunitas is also really big. But like,
but Fat
Blue
Tire,
Point-
and
but Blue
Goose.
Point, but
Yeah.
Blue Point's very,
But
very
those are
big.
the
Toasted
nationally
Lager is
distributed
like-
stuff.
is just like one
Have you
step.
guys tried the blueberry tart beer by Southern Tier Brewing?
We get Southern
think I
Tier,
have, yeah.
but
Yeah,
I
but
haven't
not
seen
that
it.
one, no.
We get the pumpkin.
Yeah.
Yes.
We did, which I liked as well.
I've seen the
That was
blueberry
real.
one from them.
That one's like that was
I don't
very.
think I've had it.
That had a lot of like what was it? Oh my god, ABV. The ABV was really big on that.
Oh,
one.
yeah, it's
it was
10.
like it was like
Wow.
super
It's up
strong.
there. It's
it
an
was
Imperial.
super. Yeah,
It's an Imperial
For a
pumpkin.
Yeah, it was super strong.
I am not a pumpkin fan.
No,
I'm
know.
not either, but that one was actually really good. 'cause
When
I
we
hate
get
the
to
shipyard.
Oh,
August,
I love pumpkin.
if we-
Really, Ash? Really?
Never been
well,
a
she's
fan.
in Florida. She doesn't get the
so
that.
okay. That's
Like we actually smell
there's
fall
no
all
change.
day long.
Yeah, there's no change
She's
of
in
seasons
She has no
down there.
idea.
beautiful weather all year long.
Well, do you also love? I keep looking into the microphone like she's in the microphone.
Yeah, well, she's there.
Like, do you also love New York style pizza?
Actually, yeah, I would definitely pick that over Chicago.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, she's Florida.
That's the
Yeah,
correct.
she's-
That's
yeah,
the correct.
yeah,
No,
there you
that's
go.
the correct.
She's
answer.
like,
no matter where you live.
CC's
the
is
right
good enough
answer.
for her.
Yeah, she's like, where are they again? New York.
This is something
yeah, I
I'm
love it.
passionate about.
Yeah, I
Pizza
love
Hut,
it.
Domino's. That's good, right? That's New York pizza.
The best. Papa
Domino's
John's.
is my favorite.
Of course it is. You're from
No,
Florida.
I-
I'm done with this conversation. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I'm all Pizza Hut myself. I like a Pizza Hut.
Honestly,
I don't mind it.
I love Domino's.
You Papa John's. I know you.
No,
Papa-
ew.
Tacos are my absolute favorite, though.
Which
I'm
one?
right there with you. Domino's. Me and Ash on the same wavelength
Oh, yeah.
right now. She's like, I love
What was
Domino's.
that, Ashley?
Yeah.
She loves Domino's. Because she's a red-blooded American.
Yeah.
Ashley, let me ask you a question. If, in fact, you had to take a trip anywhere outside the United States to drink beer, where would you go?
Good question.
Oh, nice.
Oh, Germany. That's easy.
Great answer.
It is a great answer.
I'd go Belgium for me. I
go-
like Belgian style. So
Yeah. Well, we have a triple here that we're going to taste.
I'm
Yes,
very
that's
excited.
gonna
to
be
taste
dope.
it.
And we'll open that at the next break. But
I don't
I don't know. Germany is pretty solid because I do like a good dunkel.
I do Ireland, honestly. Oh. Yeah. See, I do Ireland. I feel
That
like,
would be my
You love
second
J-Mo.
choice.
Right? Yeah.
You just love J-Mo.
Go.
You're like,
What was
"Oh,
the se-
I'm just gonna
what was the
stick
second
Pickleback.
choice?
Pickleback.
They don't even know what that is over
They
there.
don't.
They're drinking out of the bottle like it's beer. Like,
Why is there pickles involved? Oh, no.
what the f*** are you doing over there?
I'm just trying to cut it back a little bit. All right, I got work in the morning.
Work in the morning, you can't go to work drunk without being drunk, rather. I'm drunk too. Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things that Germany is just the. Of course, you have to go during Oktoberfest to have
Oh, yeah.
that experience. My
I'd love
sister
to do
went
that.
and told me about it. Sent me
Seriously?
pictures. It's ridiculous.
I also like that. Oktoberfest.
Was it ridiculous?
Marzen style is big fan. Like Sam Oktoberfest.
Yeah.
Anything,
Oh yeah. That
I hate that beer.
yeah.
Really?
I hate Oktoberfest.
So let me ask you a
I
question.
love
Then, out of all the
Oktoberfest.
Sams, what's your favorite?
Regular Sam Adams.
Just
straight up.
lager.
Very good.
Yep,
Ashley,
hands down. Best
out of
one.
all the Sam Adams that you can drink down there, what's your favorite?
That's so hard.
Yeah, we ask the
There's a
hard
lot of
questions
Yeah,
here at the
seriously.
Word.
We're getting to the bottom of
Hard-hitting
it. This is journalism at its finest.
No stone left unturned.
Well, you might hate me, but I really like the Boston Lager.
No,
No, I'm with that. That's me. What
the hell?
Same wavelength. Ash, thank you. Right there with you.
You guys
my
are
favorite.
connected. Wireless connection right now.
Exactly.
Well, here's a follow-up.
Wi-Fi going on right now.
What was your favorite? Like, what was your first craft beer experience? Like, outside. I don't know. We talked about it a little bit last show. Like for me, like when I was really young, it was like Bud Ice and Bud Light until I had some sense. But like, after you stopped,
figure out there was more than just that.
That was
Bud Lights.
okay. You just threw shade at me like easily. You clearly threw shade at me because I said Bud Light when I first walked in here.
Yeah, but he didn't say Old E.
Whoa, who doesn't like Old E? Like Nas drinks Old E. Jay-Z drinks Old E.
Lando Calrissian
drank
drinks
Old E on the Millennium Falcon with Chewbacca. Like, you're crazy right now.
No.
Go ahead, go back.
So what was your first craft beer? Like what was that you remember was. Because I feel like
My
a lot of
first
people, it was Sam Adams.
non-Bud Light beer was Kona Big Wave.
Oh, nice. That's a good one.
That is a great
That's
answer.
a good one. Seriously.
That's better than me.
Wow, it's definitely.
Yeah, that's what got me into craft beer.
Nice.
That's a good choice.
I'll tell you.
What was yours?
Magic Hat number 9.
Another great one, Sam Adams, Boston Lager.
Delirium Tremens.
Ooh.
Yeah, I went big, bro.
There
you
At the
go.
Good Life over in Massapequa. Yep.
Oh, there you go.
100%. Yeah, 100%, dude.
Ashley, just so you know, there's a restaurant here on Long Island in Massapequa. You might see it featured on the Kevin James show. Kevin Can't Wait.
Yep.
He lives in Massapequa. If you ever
Yeah.
see that.
Yeah.
Good representation of the town. And
I was
the
on
city.
that show as an extra.
Shut the hell up.
So
In
serious.
which episode?
Like I know that. Come on. It was an extra.
Come on.
Like they tell me.
Like you have
Episode
any,
4.
What did the scene look like?
We were at some kind of bar. He was talking to somebody, but it wasn't there. It was actually over by
Bethpage.
yeah, the restaurant down. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
It
it's
was-
a Bethpage
yeah.
restaurant over there.
But they
All
set it up to look like a bar because
It's
it was a studio.
Enzo's.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
Same
so you
thing.
were in the background?
Yeah, just
Yeah,
walking
no,
around.
there's so many scenes in that I would never be able to figure out
neither
what
would I.
episode it is.
And I would never
But I'm
watch
going to
that
go
show.
back and watch
My
every
brother-
single one. And watch everyone again and see where you are.
I think my brother likes that show for some reason. He
Okay.
also liked Reba though, so like I don't listen to him. Like, what? Yeah, he loves
Reba
Reba.
and Kevin James.
Exactly.
Kevin Can't
My
Wait.
brother has
Okay.
horrible taste in shows. But Ash, back to
But
you.
no, I was saying there's a restaurant pub in Massapequa, New York that serves really great, unique craft beer.
Yeah.
Prior to that, it was Effin' Groovin' that we were talking about,
Yep.
which is probably the only
Yes.
place that you could find it right when the craze started hitting. After that, it started popping up, and one of the great local places was The Good Life.
The Good Life. Yeah, The Good Life. You had Effin' Groove and you had Tap and Barrel out 440.
Yeah, too far for me.
Really? I love
I'm
that
5
place.
minutes from freaking Good Life.
Oh, well,
So-
like Tap and Barrel was awesome, and then you have Croxley's obviously right next door.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
and Croxley's,
Republic.
has
Republic too.
yeah, and has something
I
like
don't like Dark
60
Horse.
different
It's all right,
taps.
it's hit or miss.
Yeah, I like Republic though. Republic I love.
And they do a really good job on switching up some of the taps over
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
I don't want to say bad about anything in our town, but
Like,
Croxley sucks.
Oh, I love it.
Being from the
I love
meatball
Croxley's.
place, I gotta
we
say.
have,
well,
we have
fair
to.
enough.
I have to toe the company line. Mike doesn't
Exactly.
have to do that after a
Nope,
week.
Don't even care. Even if I did, I wouldn't care anyway.
All right, fair enough.
Like,
So, Ashley, what's your
Just too
favorite
sweet.
brew pub by your house? Do you have a favorite place, favorite bar that gives you that good selection that you're looking for?
I mean, it's kind of hard to say because we don't really have any brew pubs. They're strictly just breweries around
Okay.
here.
How about a restaurant or a bar that just serves good craft beer?
or a sketchy guy in an alleyway.
That has a Pico pack that he's serving from a garbage strip.
He's like, listen, I got whatever you want.
Listen, I'll molten green this month. What you
It
need?
was when I was down there was some I think it's a chain, but they had like 100 craft beers on tap.
It's called Chili's.
No.
Chili's.
That's a great
Some
restaurant.
place in downtown Orlando, they had they had Omegang, they had Delirium, Allagash,
Gash?
Allagash,
Fair enough.
and
I'm sorry?
Allagash up in Maine.
Oh, I thought you said my name.
No. No, he said, he was just saying, Ashley, we have a bunch of these things.
He's at Allagash.
Yeah.
Allagash, good stuff.
Yeah, it's great beer. Ashley, you're still on with us, but we have another caller really quick. Who do we got on the phone tonight?
Let me ask you a question. It's your boss.
My boss.
Well, your second boss. Well, you're my boss.
What's up, Graz?
Wait, my boss?
What's going on, brother, man?
Oh, thank God. Oh, thank God.
How are you, brother? How are you?
I'm all right. How's everything?
We're doing well tonight, man. We're getting
Living the
loaded
dream.
and we're having fun. We have Ashley on the phone. We got Mike Sims
Woo!
in the studio.
Still say last name.
And of course, yeah. And we got Mike and Pete here with you, buddy.
Is Mike on my microphone? Make sure he doesn't spit all over it.
I did already multiple times. I hocked the loogie as soon as I walked in.
He deep-throated it when he first came in. He said, I got to just get
Gotta show them about, son. Gotta
close
show
and
them
personal with my microphone really
Gotta
fast.
show what's up. Quiet storm.
Yeah, got to show who's boss real quick. Can't play this stuff on me.
Isn't my section of my area supposed to be roped off? O'Toole?
It is roped off. There's no one over there.
I always get through the velvet rope. Always.
Pete's
farted
sitting
on
in
your
the
chair, Grass.
Yes, Pete's sitting in the Hector
What?
Louise
Oh, my
spot. Pete's sitting in the Hector Louise chair, and Mike number 1 and number 2 are pretty open. So no, you always got your
I have
throne.
a couple of questions, then you can get me off. I don't want to stop the show.
No worries. What's up?
What is this temporary stream? Like, I'm going on Subs Radio.
So you have like technical questions?
Yeah.
Like this is Apple. Sir,
Sir.
Hey,
have you rebooted your phone?
Grass,
Sir.
while we got you, can we start talking about the schedule? When should we?
No.
When's our next
Wait,
show?
hold on,
Do we want to
hold
start
on.
programming notes here?
Mr. Sims, you taking this show? Just I want to know now.
No, he's not. He's not taking your show.
I am taking the show. Tell you right now.
Not our show, his show.
Oh, I'm taking everyone's show. Taking everyone's show. Did you come here to talk about craft beers? No. Would you come here to talk about Mike Sims? Yes.
Yes.
A survey real quick. I'm taking the
doesn't-
show, baby. I'm not taking your show. You're good.
Go ahead, Grass.
Did we lose?
No, we didn't lose him. He's there.
Oh, I was gonna say, is
He knows how to talk on radio. Wait for us to stop, and then he'll go.
Oh, he's a
I'm
professional.
getting good at this now.
See?
I'm getting good at this. It's called not stepping on anybody. Ashley, how are you? You fine over there? Where are you, Ashley?
What the hell's going on? He's
Ashley, could you hear him?
look.
Wait. Ashley, can you hear him?
This is great.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'm
cool.
still here. I'm out of Orlando.
Oh, you're. Tell me it's nice there too.
Of course
Yeah,
it is nice.
it's a chilly 53 degrees.
Oh, jeez.
Wow,
That's T-shirt weather
That's
up
so
here.
horrible. Oh my God, your life must be terrible.
I'm ready.
Hey,
Shorts.
T-shirt weather. I'm wearing
What
two
brewery
sweaters.
the month on the
What?
phone with? Where's she from? Like Sunrise Sweeteners or something like that? What is she from?
Who, Mike?
You know, Ashley. I know she's got to be like from a dealership. You know, the IPA guy or whatever.
Oh, my buddy Mike up in Boston?
Mike up top.
Wait,
I'm so confused.
Me
All
too.
right, well, Graz, we appreciate the phone call. You didn't want to stop the show, but you have.
Yeah, now we're all confused.
No, I'm good. Graz, listen, I got a T-shirt for you.
But I
Is
took it.
Double XL.
Yes, it is, sir. I did.
Will Ashley model it?
Ashley is going to be getting a T-shirt as well.
I get a T-shirt.
You get a
Sure.
Wort T-shirt.
That's right. And a Mike
Oh my
versus
gosh,
button.
I'm excited.
There you go. And listen, we every time we have a guest, Mike Sims got one as we walked in the door today.
Still with the full name.
Right. I'm sorry.
It's all right. I'm kidding.
What's your producer name? Or-
Black Master McMaster?
That's not even true. So we're gonna give T-shirts away for our guests. It gives them a little incentive to come on the show and talk to us. We'll send you one down.
O'Toole, what is Mike Sims? What is Mike Sims' claim to fame?
Mike Sims is a bartender at the Meatball Place and is a aspiring comic who, unfortunately, is going to be leaving us in a week and a half to go to California to pursue his comedic career.
Yes. I'm also I'm a mediocre bartender, but like aspiring comic.
There you go.
I think that's fantastic.
Thank you,
where
man.
You go, where are you going? Where are you going to play first in California?
You know he's recruiting you right now,
Does
right?
those have it?
That's what he's doing.
Look,
He's getting all your info and recruiting
I'm
you.
going to Koreatown to live with my best friend for a little bit and start trying to do some open mics out there and things of that nature. Doing some interviews for an audiobooks company that he works for.
Nice.
He also wanted me to point out for some reason my best friend that he's a loser and he has no friends.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah. It's
Well,
very
good for
weird.
him. All right, Graz, I'll give you a T-shirt next week when we broadcast again from this very station for the Limo Talk podcast.
O'Toole, is Pete there?
Pete's
Yeah,
here.
what's up?
Pete,
Yeah.
I love you.
And just like that, matches are made here.
There you go. All right, buddy. We'll talk to you.
Good talking to you,
Take care,
Grass.
bro. It was cool.
I want to insert whatever it is.
All right, see you later, Grass.
Ashley, we're still with you, just so you know.
I'm still here. Don't worry.
All right, great.
All right, this is
Sorry
not-
about that, but just to give you a heads up, Graz is the host of another podcast here on the station, and he, as we said in our last interview with his show, we basically were inspired to do what we're doing because of his enthusiasm with the station, and he's going to take it over and basically be our boss in a way.
Really? Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, eventually. I that's the bigger goal here is to grow bigger and to get more people in here and do bigger things. But we will always be the Wort.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. I'm sorry. Now I'm like thinking,
Well, good, because I love you guys.
Nice.
really? Oh my God! Thank you. We love you too.
Hey, Ashley, we want to promote what you're doing. Everyone
Yes.
go to Blonde Brew Reviews on Instagram. Do you also same thing for Twitter?
Thank you.
Is it the same thing for Twitter and Instagram? Or Facebook? Is there something else we can promote for you?
That's pretty much it. I just have Instagram and Facebook, and that's Blonde Brew Reviews.
You have a website too, don't you?
I do have a website, and it's blondebrewreviews.com.
Nice. All right, everyone go to her site, follow her, join, watch what she does, her travels down there in Florida and Orlando area, and the many beers that she drinks. And,
beers.
I'll talk to you off air or later online, and we'll get set up I can send you down a T-shirt and maybe even some Long Island beer so you can try some of ours.
Yes, Blue Point Toasted.
That'd be awesome. Thank you very much.
You got it. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate it.
One last thing, Ashley. Yard
boy.
House. That's where you got to go. There's like 100 taps.
100 taps.
Yard House. It's on I Drive down by you.
I think she hung up.
I think she's gone.
She did. I think she hung up.
Ashley, no, please. Oh,
No, she's
Fuck
gone.
whatever Pete has to say.
So,
as per usual.
so basically, we get the.
bro. There you go.
All right, that's fine.
Some guys got it, some guys don't.
She was. Listen, we really
She
do
was cool.
appreciate
She was cool.
you calling in, Ashley. That was awesome.
She was very
hopefully she
insightful.
can-
Very
So now we
helpful.
have our Northeast correspondent. We have our
Southeast correspondent?
We're going to
black
start
correspondent?
Well, we're going to call you. You're going out to California,
Yes.
so
Oh,
you
shoot.
actually
Oh.
might be our West Coast correspondent. Now it's going to be your
There
job
you go.
to
Don
go to
Charisma, Mike
breweries,
Sims. I'll do it.
and I'll mail the some stuff to you. I know you already know it here, but I don't
Yeah.
care. I'm going to expect something in
do it.
return,
Of
though.
course,
I need
bro.
some of that out there.
Dark
West
Charisma,
Coast
Mike
IPAs.
Sims.
Oh,
baby.
they
What's
got
up?
some great stuff out there, and I really want to try everything that's going on. Listen, we're going to take a break. We got some Tinkletorium to visit.
He needs the bathroom to pee.
Really do. I honestly, I
Do you
really
really?
need a bathroom. Yeah, oh yeah,
I'm
absolutely.
still good. Pete, how are you?
I'm great. I'm ready to drink some
You
more.
guys both suck. I'm dead serious.
Fair enough.
I have to so bad, and I'm not even. It's not even like I have an enlarged prostate.
Okay, no one cares about this.
I'm just
that's
saying.
great
information.
Stop explaining
I'm
what
just
you're saying. Like, no, for real, guys, trust me. My
I
prostate is
swear to God, I don't have an enlarged
I just
prostate.
have to pee.
I just really have to go because I drank so much beer.
That's a great answer to a question no one asked.
It's almost like, I think his prostate is large. This is ridiculous.
Well, I thought in my head you asked the question, and now I'm just answering it. What do you want from me?
Mike, do you have a large prostate?
No, I don't know.
Oh, okay, good.
There we go. Now we're cleared up. All right, we'll be back after our quick break, and we'll wrap it up here at the Wort with Mike and Pete. Guest in the house. That's Mr. Michael Sims.
Whoop, whoop.
Whole name, and you can. What's your Twitter handle again?
At the Epic Mike V, baby.
All right, we'll be back.
Govs Radio. This is the Wort on Govs Radio.